Hello there, dear beloved goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday. I'm a little subdued. I'm in a space, transition, transformation, right? And it's 3:00 in the morning on the Wednesday morning before this message is being posted for you. I ended up taking a nap late earlier this evening, I guess you would say Tuesday evening, and kind of has been challenging to get to sleep, and I'm finally up listening to this nudging in me to come and see what the message is for us, because it will not stop. So welcome, dear sweet goddess, again. My name is Rochelle Richard, and here at Empowerment Experiences, it is my mission, my soul purpose, my twin flame mission to guide other goddesses into and through finding their power in every moment. And we do this through such things as empowerment messages, through oracle cards and tarot cards, through channeled messages, divine feminine, divine masculine, and then of course our mindset, manifestation, forgiveness, inner child healing. All that is this self-love empowerment journey, which is many layered and multifaceted. But the very core of it is, again, you coming back home to yourself. And this week's Twin Flame Tuesday was very intense, very emotional. I didn't expect to experience so much emotion, but I myself am purging and shifting through things in my own twin flame connection and my own self-love empowerment journey. It is a perpetual going and growing journey. So you will always be presented with challenges, goddess, which is why, again, it's so important to be coming home to yourself, to be anchoring into your power. That's what it is to thrive. And so for this Thankful to Thrive Thursday, it seems as though we're definitely going to be reiterating that coming home, because that home within yourself is you. And in that space of home, of you, well, that's where your power is. So allow yourself to receive love from yourself. Allow yourself to receive the guidance from your higher self, from the universe, from source, from the angels, from your guides, any and all places that you are being supported. You've got to be the one to put yourself in receptive mode. You've got to be the one to allow yourself to receive the abundance, the wealth, the health, and of course, that physical union with your twin flame. But it all comes back to you being in your power. We as twin flames are here to individually step into our power so that we can come together with our counterparts and amplify that power. Just as you are expected to create and cultivate happiness within yourself, and things that come into your life are meant to amplify that happiness, not be your happiness. So again, this is what it is to come home to yourself, to liberate yourself from that twin flame trap of being so caught up and hung up on what he's doing, where he is, and it's all about him. Yes, dear sweet sister, I know that your heart and soul long for only him, and that's okay. That's okay. That's how this works. For so many of us, we're set that it's him or nobody, and that's okay. The thing is do not shut yourself off from receiving all the rest of the love that is around you in this world. Okay? You've got to be the one to liberate yourself from that trap of closing yourself off from receiving all that you desire. You're the catalyst, goddess. It's time to free yourself from the things that are holding you down. In particular, as we know, the beliefs and the perspectives and the shadow aspects that we just would rather not see, rather than actually doing that work and integrating them and shifting them and embodying those changes, those lessons, the shifts. If you want to feel free, goddess, you have to embody that state of being within yourself. You have to look for all the ways that you're already experiencing freedom in your life, and then we amplify that. The same with this, which is unconditional source love. We've got to allow ourselves to look at all the ways that we are receiving it, and then we in turn expand that funnel, that flow for receiving more. So if you feel trapped, if you feel stuck, you've got to be the one to liberate yourself. And of course, dear sweet goddess, that means to receive the support and guidance, again, necessary to empower you with a perspective that you might not have considered before. That's the benefit of mentors and coaches and guides such as myself, is we provide you with that perspective shift so that you can shift and thus rise and thrive on your twin flame self-love empowerment journey. Wow, they're just flipping cards for us tonight. So bring balance back to your life. I know this card was in Twin Flame Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Because it is about, again, you coming home within yourself. And that means to, within yourself, inside you, goddess, to embody all the things that you desire to be experiencing. To look at the things that you are thinking and believing and doing that contradict or pull you out of balance with what you desire to be experiencing. Pull you out of alignment. That's what it is to be imbalanced, is to be out of alignment with your true self, with your truth, with your power. All right? With receiving what you desire. With believing that you are free to be, do, and have anything in this world. That's this new earth energy. So balance your inner energies, that masculine and feminine, especially in this twin flame connection. When we are more in our masculine energy, we repel our counterpart. We do. Feminine energy is what draws them to us. So feminine energy is consistent of, it consists of surrendering, right? Allowing things to unfold, letting go of control over things that you really don't have power over, that you really don't have control over, and trusting. My best example is always thinking about pregnancy. I myself have never experienced childbirth. However, I can imagine as an empath to a certain degree that you have got to surrender the journey. You've got to trust the process, because you're not really the one in charge of what's going on with your body, except for how you nurture yourself, how you love yourself, how you allow yourself to receive the support of the universe through any and all ways around you. as well as feeling that support within you. So trust the process, goddess. Trust yourself. Oh, well, we have a whole little book of cards here. Because it is time to break the cycles. That's what it is to come back home to yourself, goddess. It is to look at all the things that are keeping you apart from yourself, which those are all the things that are keeping you apart from your twin flame. They're all the things that are keeping you apart from receiving any and everything you desire. It's all you, boo. It's all you. It's about bringing that inner balance and that inner alignment. That's what it is to come home within, is to break these cycles, to stop telling stories that block yourself from receiving what you desire. Stop telling it how it is and start telling it how you'd like it to be. So that's definitely a pattern to break. That's definitely a cycle to say, I'm done with this shit. It's time that you, again, align with receiving your beloved, with receiving your twin flame, with receiving the love that even you have within yourself for yourself. Because remember, you are your counterpart. And in order for him to love you, you have got to be loving yourself. Again, you are that lighthouse. You are that beacon that illuminates the path for him to come home to you, because you then are anchored to your truth and in your power and at home within yourself. It's you, boo. It's all you. You are the catalyst. You are the catalyst that allows for the magic. You are the magic. But you've got to allow yourself to see how magical you are. Start playing a game with the universe. Pick something totally random at the beginning of your day and say, wouldn't it be nice if I saw blue butterflies and purple flowers? Okay? And then let it go and watch the magic happen. And then start to expand on that a little bit more. For angel numbers, other signs and synchronicities. But you got to let go of the attachment. And this is again our lesson. One of our great lessons in this twin flame connection is that attachment to our twin. We are connected. We are divinely connected, but that ego attachment says, I need. And when we are in that needy energy, we are repellent. We are not in receptive mode. We might think we are, but we're continually focusing on the lack of something when we are in that space of I need. And when we focus on the lack of something, what we're doing is we're amplifying that. So rather than being anchored in abundance, anchored and embodying, freedom and love and union, we're actually in separation energy. We're in that lack energy, which means we are not aligned with receiving our beloved, because we're not embodying that love and abundance within ourselves. So, you are the catalyst. You are the magician here. Start creating the magic. Start allowing yourself to see the magic. Because guess what, sister? There's always hope. There's always hope. This is all temporary. And you are the one that has the power to align with whatever reality you would like to experience. Remember, The mantra, I know magic can happen and cause my life to shift and change in a single moment. Think about those moments in your life when you were so sure it wasn't going to work out. When you were just not even sure of anything. And in that very last moment, oh, what's coming to me is when right after my drug dealer pimp, I thought I'd got him out of my life. Well, no, I hadn't. However, I digress. I was responsible for paying for the rent in my apartment, even though he used my apartment as his home base for operations. And I didn't get to keep all my money when I was working for him. Of course not. I literally got the last dollar right before I had to go to court to pay so I didn't get evicted from my apartment. But I did. Right in that last moment. But we've got to get out of our own way and allow that support. We have to allow ourselves to receive what we are asking for. But when we again are continuing to tell the story of the way it is and the way we don't want it to be, that's the way it continues. So get out of your own way, get off the subject. It doesn't mean the universe knows what you want. Goddess, it knows what you want. Stop begging, stop pleading. Because that is the resistant energy. That's what's repelling what you want, because it's amplifying what you don't have. So get off the subject. And by that, I mean, find something else to focus on. Find a project. Find something that distracts you. Watch a movie or take a trip with a friend. Spend an afternoon being creative. In fact, create a vision board. Right? An intuitively guided vision board. Oh, I know for me, I'm definitely feeling to be creating one of those myself, even though I just created one about 6 months ago, which that's where my new banner came from with my Pegasus. It's actually on my last vision board of the Pegasus in the forest. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's so great. And that I had made 2 weeks before I got that. And it's just absolutely amazing. So find things that feel good, Goddess. Find things that you can sink into. All right, read a book, write a poem, read poetry, write your autobiography, study something. All right, you are the catalyst, Goddess. You are. So anchor into the knowing that this is all temporary, okay? And align yourself with receiving what you desire by removing yourself from that state of being, shifting out of that state of being that says, I don't have, I need, it's not there. Let it be. Stop telling that story. And if that means that when people, because you've got to really be surrounding yourself with people who truly support you, so that if that means when someone asks you, so how are things going? And you're not quite in that space to say, oh, I am creating this and I am creating that, because you don't quite yet believe it. And there's resistance even in that space. Just don't tell the story of how it is. Just look at them and say, I'm really tired of affirming how things have been, so why don't you tell me what's going on with you instead? I like to do that with my soul sister who does my hair. It's always the therapy chair, right? That's what a lot of our stylists are for us. Like we sit in the therapist chair there and tell our stories, tell where we are, tell our woes, tell our creations and such. And when you can't seem to quite move past how it is, just stop talking about it. Just stop feeding it. You don't yet even have to feed the way you want it to be, but you don't quite yet feel that yet. Just get off of it completely. Talk about the weather. This is why small talk is considered small talk, because it allows you to let go of the big heavy things and just be like, oh, it's so beautiful. The weather is so great. I mean, did you see the clouds? Oh my gosh, one of the things that I love to share about right now is the experiences that I get to have in my own backyard. I have some quail that love to frequent my backyard. I have some rabbits that some hummingbirds, and it's just this whole beautiful space. And then of course the sunsets. I get to view some pretty amazing sunsets on my back porch. So you see how amazing that just felt in that moment was to talk about that. Okay, so you are the catalyst goddess. You've got to be the one to say, ooh, this isn't serving me to talk about this way, because I can see that that's what I'm experiencing. So I know that I'm continuing to feed that story by telling that story. I'm continuing to feed this into being my reality. You gotta cut off its oxygen, goddess. You gotta stop feeding what you do not want. All right, stop telling the story of how it is, of how you are not, right? Of how life appears to be, but it's not really truly you. You've got to be letting those stories go. All right, so that's the biggest thing, is to stop feeding that. And rather than, if you've not yet created a vision for what you desire, just start with your affirmations, right? Start with even how tomorrow's going to go. Like I said, wouldn't it be nice if I saw blue butterflies and purple flowers? Okay? So, and green cars, whatever that is for you. Focus on things that don't feel so heavy. So, this was first, how can you mother yourself? Again, how can you really give love to and receive love from yourself? Because in the practice of giving love to yourself, and even more so receiving love from yourself, you are practicing what it is to receive love from your counterpart, to receive love from the universe, to receive anything and everything that you desire. But if you're telling the story that you're not allowed to have what you want, you're not allowed to be with your twin flame, it's not working out, where he's with someone else, whatever those stories are that contradict the reality you desire to experience, stop feeding them. Stop. And you could even say, it would be really amazing if my twin flame just decided to call me tomorrow and profess his undying love to me. See, and that just lightened everything, didn't it? Right? And say, baby, I get it now. You're the only one that I want. You're the only one that I need. All my hopes and dreams are inclusive of you. They're connected to you. And though I may not understand why, I just know I cannot deny. So see how much fun that was. So allow yourself to go there. Even if it's just hypothetical, just let yourself hypothetically create that vision. Because I know how challenging it can be to allow yourself to create a vision that's so different from what you're living right now in this moment. I get it. I do. Remember, if you've been following me on my channel for a while, I've been, processing through the whole Great Awakening space of I haven't been able to go to him because of the current state of the world and this shift that we're in the midst of. However, it is all divinely orchestrated. There is a reason for everything. Nothing happens for no reason. Nothing. Everything does have a reason, a purpose. And just because we don't get to know that sometimes doesn't mean it's not important. Doesn't mean it's not divine. So you are being supported. We all are being supported. In fact, here is the mantra, in addition to the magic mantra from Tuesday. This is, everything is always working out for me because the universe always has my back. Again, look at the things that you have the time when you were on your way to work and for some reason the car died. I had this when I was living in Kansas many years ago, where I borrowed my parents' old station wagon to go to work, and I would always, we lived out in the country, and I would have to go through, two very, very small towns. One had a gas station. I was on my way, and I would usually stop there and this was back in the day of really bad eating habits, and I would get their gas station breakfast because by then I would be hungry, and probably soda, because that was back when I drank soda all the time. And that morning when I went back out to start the car, it didn't start. And there hadn't really been any issues with the car. It may have been old, but it was running fine. And it just wouldn't start. And so I tried it, and this was back also in the day when you could borrow the gas station's phone, because we didn't have cell phones. And I called my dad. I let him know what was going on. And he said, all right, I'll be right there. And I go back out, and something tells me, try it again. And the car started right up. So I left the car running, small town, Kansas, left the car running, go back into the gas station, call my daddy and say, hey, car started, so I'm going to go ahead and go to work. I'll let you know if I have any more problems. He's like, all right. So I get in the car. Well, as I am pulling into the north end of Topeka, Kansas, which is the industrial end of the city, I come over this small little hill to stopped traffic. There had been a car accident just moments before, wherein the glare on the windshield disallowed the driver from seeing the big semi that pulled out, and that truck, that van ended up going right underneath that 18-wheeler trailer. And that's one thing about the car I was driving, is the film, it wasn't so crystal clear either. My windshield could have definitely gone for a cleaning. And it hit me in that moment that, as far as I could tell, I was saved that day. I was saved that day. So everything is working out for you, Goddess, because the universe does have your back. You're here for a reason. Nothing is for nothing. All right? So allow yourself to be supported. And that's where we are. That's it. That's exactly it right here. With the exception, I knew there was something else I wanted right here. Angel numbers. Let's just see what we got right quick. And these will be down below in the description for you. Here we go, number 11 and number 14. So I will get those in detail down below. I can definitely tell you that double 11 is a master number. It is, number 1 is very much rooted in new beginnings and thoughts becoming things. Again, you've got to be the one to change the story that you're telling so that you align with receiving what you desire to be receiving. You are the catalyst. You are the magician. All right? So really, truly allow yourself to see your truth. Allow yourself to see the things that are blocking you from what it is you desire, the stories you're telling that are keeping you apart from really, truly coming home to yourself and your truth. And in turn, showing up in this world fully, unapologetically you. All right, dear Goddess, that said, Thank you so much for this journey with me in this empowerment message, for this Thankful to Thrive Thursday. And when you are ready to really rise and find your power, or to find your power and rise, I'm here for you. You can book a one-on-one session with me at iamempowered.as.me. Again, that is iamempowered.as.me. I book only so many sessions a month. And, well, that's it. That's what I have to say. I appreciate you, dear Goddess, very much. And hold on, pain ends. The suffering ends. Pain, we're still going to experience it through challenges and through healing our wounds. However, that suffering, that's optional. It does end if you let it. You're the catalyst. You are the catalyst. That said, dear Goddess, I am here always to remind you that the power is in your hands, because it has always been inside you. Namaste.